Water. It's the most important resource in the world, and the Earth has plenty of it, right? As it turns out, if all the water on our planet were to fit into a 4-liter jug, only a tablespoon would actually be available fresh water for us to drink, and the rest of the water lies locked in the vast oceans, undrinkable due to all the salt present in it. Here in Clackamas County, water might appear in abundance, but just to the south, California faces an unprecedented drought.
California is entering its 4th year of a record-breaking drought.
The state of California is resorting to drastic measures tonight to combat
Dying
it.
orchards, parched fields.
It's been said that the wars of the 21st century may well be fought over water.
So where does that leave us? For nearly 400,000 residents, the Clackamas River supplies us with the water we need to live, work, and play. But how does the Clackamas River keep up with the demand when each household uses, on average, around 100,000 gallons of water a year? Fortunately, the Clackamas River is part of a greater system at work, and that system is called a watershed. So what is a watershed? A watershed works much like a funnel in that all the land within a watershed is drained and channeled into a common body of water. A watershed's highest points form the watershed's boundary, and within that, all the water seeks to drain to the lowest point inside that area. Here in the Clackamas River watershed, all of the precipitation that falls is channeled from the trees to the ground and into creeks, aquifers, wetlands, and rivers until it reaches the Clackamas. Drop by drop, all the water goes somewhere, but it doesn't travel alone. From impervious parking lots to pesticide-treated crops, to littered roads in your own backyard, all the water goes somewhere, and it takes a lot of the not-so-good stuff along with it. The fact of the matter is, if it's on the ground, it's in the water. And the trouble caused by various types of pollution poses a significant challenge to Clackamas County, to Oregon, the US, and world. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a closer look at the types of pollution out there. Water pollution occurs most often when any body of water is contaminated with raw sewage, industrial waste, agricultural, residential, and/or stormwater runoff. Thermal pollution may sound complicated, but it simply refers to a body of water, like a creek or river, that is heated up to a degree that is harmful for wildlife and aquatic species. There are multiple factors that contribute to warmer streams and rivers, but the most pronounced of all human-caused factors is canopy cover, or rather, the lack of it. So what's the big deal? Well, thermal pollution results from and creates an environment ripe for the spread of both aquatic and plant-based invasive species, decreasing the variety of plants and wildlife that can eventually knock entire ecosystems out of balance. More so, thermal pollution can impair bug populations, which a variety of wildlife depend on for food. It can even result in a reduction of dissolved oxygen, which fish require to breathe, pushing resources we need and rely on to its breaking point. And without a healthy and diverse streamside forest, banks become unstable, amplifying the effects of erosion, flooding, and reduces the area's capacity to filter all of the contaminated runoff that flows into it. So what can we do? What has been done and what is being done?